Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be solving Cambridge IGCSE Information and Communication Technology Paper 2 for February-March 2024. I'm going to do the database task, which is task 3. You are going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values display same currency symbol and set to 2 decimal place. Examine the file games.csv and identify the most appropriate field to set as a primary key. So this is the file, games file. Now we need to identify the appropriate primary key. So usually the codes or IDs will be the primary key, which will be unique for each record. So you can see here there is gen code. In this values are repeating. You can see age code. In this also values are repeating. This is about the game. So we have game code and you can see unique values here. To make sure it has unique values, you can just select this column, go to data, and then click on conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and then select duplicate values. If there is duplicate value, it will be filled with light red color. So you can scroll down and see no values are highlighted. That means this is the unique value. So we can set game code as the primary key. So let's close this file. Using the database software, import games.csv. So I'm using Access for importing. Go to external data, from file, text file. So games file, give OK. Click next. First row contains field names. To make sure the field names are added as the first row. Then click next. Choose my own primary key. So we have identified the primary key as game code. Now we have to set this as the data types. So click on advanced. You can see game title is text, release year is number, integer, and all the others are text, prices, currency. So this is text, this is number, all these are text. Now the price should be currency. So change this to currency. Then we have console type and platform, text, and other two are numbers. So global sales is a number with decimal place, so it will be double, and the other is integer with 0 decimal place. Give OK. Click next and then finish. Now let's go to the design view of the table. We can make sure the display is here, release year is integer. So it's already an integer number, no need to set the decimal place. And for currency, it should be 2 decimal place. So click on price. The decimal place must be 2. Next, we have the global sales must be decimal with 2 decimal place. So click on global sales. The decimal place must be 2. And the format must be set to fixed. Otherwise, it will not show 2 decimal place for all the values. And rank is integer, 0 decimal place. So it's already integer. It's already integer. So you can save this table. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key. So this will be step 11 evidence. So you can take the screenshot of this one. So that will be step 11 evidence. Next we have step 12, import classifications as a new table in your database. So again go to external data, new data source, text file, and it should be classification. Give OK. Then click next. First row contains field names. Click next. Next. Use the field names and data types provided, so no need to change anything. Age code should be set as the primary key. So choose my own primary key and age code should be the primary key. Click next. There is no change in the data type, so you can click on finish. Now you need to take a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key. So go to the design view again. Take screenshot of this table. So that is step 12 evidence. Next, import the file genre.csv. So again go to external data, text file, genre, give OK. Next, first row contains field names. Click next, next. Choose my own primary key. So here the primary key is gen code and the field names and data types should be as provided. So gen code is the primary key. No need to change any data type. Click next and then finish. Place in evidence document a screenshot showing the field names of this table. So right click on genre table, take the design view. Now you can take the screenshot. So that is the next evidence. Create one-to-many relationship as links between gen code in the genre table and gen code in the games table. So now we need to create the relationship. So go to database tools, relationships, add all the tables. So first we need to create a relationship between gen code in genre table with gen code in the games table. So it's a one-to-many relationship. Create. Next one is age code in classification and age code in the games table. So age code. So drag from age code and drop one to the age code in games table. So we have a one-to-many relationship. Create. Place in your evidence document screenshot showing the type of relationship between the tables. So you can just right click here, edit relationship. You can take the screenshot to show the relationship between genre and games. That is step 14. One more relation is there. Click here, edit relationship. You can take the screenshot. So that's done. Give OK. You can save the relationship. Next, add the following as a new record in the games table. We have to add this in the games table. So open games table. On home tab, you can see new button. Click on new. So you get place to add your record. So next record is under the data here. So we have entered the data. Check your data entry for errors and save the data. So you can save this. Next, using fields from all three tables, produce a tabular report. So before producing a report, we need to make a query with the required fields. So the required fields are shown here. These are the required fields. So let's create a query first. So go to create, query design, add all the tables. Now let's add these fields which are required. Game title, genre, age category. So we have to add the fields, game title, genre, then we have age category, release year, we have age category, release year, then console type and rank, console type and rank. So these are the required fields. Now console type begins with the text Cyrus. So the console type we have added here. Now, so under criteria, you have to give begins with Cyrus. That means Cyrus, and then we know that it should begin with Cyrus. So type Cyrus, and then you have to type star, which represents any number of characters that can come under after Cyrus. So this is how you give when you need some data what with begins with criteria. So give the name and give the term and then star. Now you can run and see. So all the console types starts with Cyrus now. Now go back to the design view. Next criteria is release year is 2010 or later. So we have release year here. So you have to give greater than or equal to 2010. Again, click on run and see whether it's working. So we got the required records. Next part we can do while we are making the report. So we have already found the required fields with the required criteria. So save this as query 1. Now let's make the report. So go to create, report wizard, add all the fields. Click next. Make sure all the data are together. It should not get grouped like this. So select the table in which all the data are together. Click next. Next, sorting we can do while we are making the report. Now it should be orientation should be portrait. So let's make it portrait. Click next. Includes only the title, latest Cyrus console games. So this title should be there. So the title should be latest Cyrus console games. Click on. So this is also done. This part is done. Now we have to do the sorting. So go to the design view. On report design, you can see group and sort. Click on group and sort. Add a sort. So they have asked you to sort in ascending order of rank. So select the field rank ascending, smallest to largest. So that is done. Next, as your name, sender number, and candidate number on the report. So we need to make sure the candidate details are shown in the page footer. So you can remove this. Then on report design, add a label box. Then give your name, sender number, and candidate number. Now we have to make sure it fits on a single page. Let's go to the layout view to fix everything. So here you can see the rank must be visible here. Console type. Reduce the width if it does not require that much. Make sure all the data are visible properly. Now let's check whether it fits on one page. Go to the print preview. So you can see there is only one page for the report. So this is the required report. You can save. Next we have using fields from the games table and the classification table. Produce a tabular report. So again we have to produce a report. So before that we need the query. So go to create, query design. Make sure the query is not selected. Create, query design. So we have to add the games table and classifications table. So games, classification. Only these two tables are required. Now let's add the fields. So these are the fields. Game title, age category. So game title, age category. Then global sales, game publisher. Global sales, game publisher. Console type, price and sales percentage. Console type, price and sales percentage. Price and sales percentage. Now sales percentage is a new field which we have to calculate. So contains a new field called sales percentage which is calculated at runtime. This will display the percentage sales for each game in this selection. The total number of games sold was 354. Use global sales divided by 354, then multiplied by 100. So this is the formula. So it should be global sales divided by 354. So new field, let's type here sales percentage. Sales percentage equal to, so instead of equal sign, you have to give a colon. It is given as the global sales divided by 354 and then multiplied by 100. So global sales divided by 354 it should be multiplied with, so keep the global sales divided by 354 in a bracket, then it should be multiplied by 100. You can check whether it's working. So the sales percentage is shown here. Let's set the decimal place, then it will be fine. Format this field to display with 2 decimal place. To format to 2 decimal place, go to design view, click on sales percentage. On query design, you have property sheet. In property sheet, you can set the format. So the decimal place must be 2. And make sure it is fixed so that it is the same for all values. Now you can check. So sales percentage is displayed to 2 decimal place. So this part is done. Now let's add the criteria where the game title includes the text Thomas. So game title, go to game title. In criteria, we have to make sure the text includes Thomas. So the text Thomas can come anywhere. It can be at the beginning, it can be in the middle, or it can be at the end. So in order to do that, let's use the wildcard character star Thomas star. So this means the word Thomas will be contained in the game title. So star Thomas star, you can click. So the like operator will be added. Now click on query design and run. Now you can see all the game title includes the word Thomas. Next age code is C3 or C7. So under age code, we have not added age code because it's not to be shown. So let's add the age code and give the criteria C3 or C7. On query design, click on run. So you see age code C3 or C7. So this is the required data. But according to the question, age code need not be shown. Only the criteria has to be set. So you can go to the design view. Do not show the field. Now the remaining part we can do from the report. So let's create the report. First save this query. Save as query 2. Now select query 2 and make the report. Create report wizard. Add all the fields. Click next. Make sure all the fields are together. It should not be grouped this way. Click next. Sorting we can do from the report design. The portrait should be landscape. So make sure it is landscape. And the title. The title is given as Junior Thomas Games. So let's add the title here. Click on finish. So this is the required report. We have done this step. Now next remaining one is sorting the data into ascending order of console type and descending order of global sales. So go to the design view. On report design, group and sort. Add a sort. So the first sort is ascending order of console type, then descending order of global sales. So select console type, ascending A on top, then add a sort. You have to select global sales and descending order. So from largest to smallest. So the sorting is done. You can close this. Calculates the average price and places this below the price column at the end of the report. Format this value as currency with 2 decimal place. So to calculate the average, select price. Now again on report design, you can see here totals. In that select average. The formula for average is shown. Format this value as currency with 2 decimal place. So select average on report design, property sheet. Click on format. The format must be currency and 2 decimal place. Next has the label average game price fully visible to the left of this value. So go to report design, add a label. Average game price. Has your name, sender number and candidate number in the footer. So it appears on the same position. So in the page footer, remove this. You can add a label box again and give your name, sender number and candidate number. Now we have to make sure it fits properly on the page. Let's go to the layout view and make sure you adjust the fields according to the length and remove the extra space. So all the data are visible now. The average value should be below the price column. So this is the required report. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the average price. Make sure that the formula is fully visible. So in step 17, we have to take screenshot of the formula. Go to design view. Take a screenshot of the formula for average price. So this is the required screenshot. Make sure that the formula is fully visible. So this is the end of the database task. Next one is presentation. It will be uploaded in another video. Thank you for now.